adjusted a little bit. I think that Robitussin will help once I start taking it. Because I ran out of my pills.
Stop. Hello there. How are you guys doing? I know I was not here this week. I was with my family Wednesday. I had to get some stuff together. My oven went out. Christmas is about to be an interesting time. So I was trying to get some stuff together here with the fam, and I just did not go live Wednesday. I didn't make up for it on Thursday because Thursday was a little bit rough for me. And so I was like, Friday, I'm just going to do everything on Friday. So after I go over Smackdown, I'll put the link in there. And those of y'all who want to come in here, y'all can come in here and we can talk about NXT if you want to. It's been a couple days. So if you haven't seen NXT, you should have seen it by now. You should have seen it by now, babes. Okay. Not twin.
No,
Everybody along, child. Hello, Say, how are you? He said, why did one of my students start singing that during the parents' brunch? That's crazy. He was like, boy, I eat your food. Okay, y'all. So let's get into it. Okay, SmackDown was an okay show. There wasn't a lot like, over the top shit happening. They're basically preparing for January 6th, which is some nuts shit to say out loud, by the way. They're preparing for January 6th, which is cool. I love that for them. So I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever makes you happy, right? So, but we got matches today. And all of the matches was good on the card, except for Carmelo Hayes and Braun Strowman's match. That was my least favorite. It wasn't a bad match. It was just my least favorite match on the card. So, let's talk about the matches that we did see. And then the Grayson Waller effect was unnecessary. I felt like they could have did something else in that time slot. They could have had that backstage. Honestly, they could have had Grayson Waller and Theory walk up to him and be like, hey, you being here, me and Theory, we run SmackDown, and there's a whole bunch of shit going on to SmackDown. Let's band together and take over this show. That's the way that should have went down. Instead of you having this whole set thing set up, and then he proposed it on the TV show, like that was whack. I ain't gonna lie, that was whack. You should have did something else. Poo-poo on that, Triple H. Poo-poo, okay? Because it was stupid. What?
Oh.
I don't mean to start off with a bad note, but I won't be adding my 2 cents as much because I'm mentally fucked up right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So I wasn't really a fan of that segment because I felt, like I said, y'all could have did that backstage and it could have led to a match between Carmelo and them, and then you could have had the finish that you had, which is fine. I really don't give a shit about Carmelo getting a win over Braun Strowman. It is what it is. So that match wasn't on the card in terms of matches that were sold on the booking. That wasn't something that we knew was going to happen. That was a low-key impromptu match, but it was obviously scheduled. It just wasn't something that they showed us. So of the scheduled matches that we saw, Alex Shelley went up against Johnny Gargano. Wasn't a bad match at all. Hold tight, y'all. Hold on, because this Wi-Fi is going to cut out on me, child. Give me a minute.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desired.
friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Rolling 80 wheels in a safety. Gotta roll OT, gotta give a release. Spread your legs downtown, so I'm going out to eat. Hit the road down, so that rock up in your sleep.
All right, so let's talk about this match between Shelly and Gargano. This match was okay. It wasn't bad. It was a decent match between two people. Alex Shelley trained Gargano, and a lot of these superstars that wrestle in Shelley and Saban's style were trained or came across them at some point. Guys like Seth Rollins, Gargano, those are his sons. Okay, he has built these guys into mega superstars. So I mean, Alex Shelley being late to the game in terms of coming to WWE is probably on his own reconnaissance because he probably didn't want to, if we're being fair. But a lot of kids you see in the wrestling circuit, Alex Shelley is a father, okay? He definitely got a lot of sons out here and some daughters, not gonna lie. Because his wrestling style is what they embody, you know, and what they have also been teaching to other people. So by proxy, Nathan Frazier would be a son, and so on and so forth. You feel what I'm saying? Now, like I said, the match wasn't bad. Match was decent. Didn't really have any trouble with it. But throughout the night, earlier in the night, Shelly basically was like, I got to show this boy, you know what I'm saying, why he is the student and I'm the teacher. Nigga, you my son. You know what I'm saying? You was my child, you know? And then Gargano was in the back with Ciampa like, I got to show him that he is no longer my papa. Okay, I ain't 18 years old no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown-ass man. You feel me? He got to understand that the game is about getting checks and gold. It's not about me portraying, you know, being your friend. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? We were trying to get this shmoney. And of course, he was like, Alex Shelley said, if he's a man, he'll come out there and face me on his own. And of course, Gargano was like, you stay in the back. I'll go out there and handle this, which Ciampa was never going to stay in the back. Like, the game already done been given. Like, first of all, Alex Shelley and Saban should have been prepared for this. That's my only problem with this that I didn't like. Because they have already shown you what they were going to do when they first tricked y'all into thinking that they was on the outs just so they could steal the titles from you. Okay? Clever way to do it. Not even go front. But you already knew the game. My thing is, sometimes when WWE makes the stories, they make the heroes be incompetent. I don't like that. Because if you're smart enough to be able to comprehend reading, then you can comprehend the situation. You can actually read between the lines. You know exactly how they're going to operate because the dumbasses done peeped their whole card. It's very clear how they're going to move. So in the hindsight, moving forward, you should be able to circumvent all of that because you already know where they're going. For y'all to keep trying to take this on a straight up and narrow situation is dumb as hell. Because had it been me and I was going up against Gargano, I'd have told Chris Sabin, like, yeah, you stay in the back until Ciampa get ready to come out there, and then you whoop his ass. And while you fighting him, Gargano get distracted, yeah, then I can get the pin. I'll show you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure if you're going to play this teacher-student type of story, then it need to work out in this teacher favor. Like, you can't let the teacher get sunned. You know what I'm saying? On national TV. Not like this. Okay? But sure. It was a good match until Gargano and Ciampa provided the distraction, which allowed for him to use Shelly's tights to get the pin, and he won. So, whatever. Little Ren 1010 finally beat his teacher. I'm sure it felt nice. Whatever makes you happy. But the show kicked off with Solo and the Bloodline. Solo and them came out there and was talking cash shit, child. They was out there like, yeah, you know, Roman Reigns called himself challenging me for the Ulafala. You know, he said they call themselves challenging me for my championship, for my right, my birthright. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he said Roman Reigns ain't taking my Ulafala. If anything, I'm going to dominate and I'm gonna beat Roman Reigns and remain the tribal chief in the bloodline. The OTC is gonna die and forever. I will forever be your tribal chief. And Roman Reigns and everybody else will have no choice but to acknowledge me. And then Drew McIntyre comes out there, which made me go, what the hell is going on? So Drew come out and Drew says, Solo says to Drew, hey, listen, it really put a smile on my face when you kicked my brother Jimmy in the face. I was real happy about that. And so Drew goes, well, it's taking everything in me not to go in there and whoop your ass. I was like, wowzers. Wowzers. I was like, I don't know why you never went after Solo to begin with. That's what I was confused about. Very, very, very confused. But anyways, Drew McIntyre was like, the only reason why I ain't really went after your ass and took your head off is because out of every one of them, you was the only one that stood up to Roman Reigns. I said, what the fuck is you talking about? He didn't stand up to Roman. Out of everybody in the bloodline, Roman Reigns didn't stand up to nobody. I don't know why Drew McIntyre be trying to rewrite history like Solo's been standing up. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Roman left when he lost against Cody. And Solo was pissed that Roman lost. Solo helped Roman Reigns all the way to the end. He remained dedicated all the way into the end of his reign as tribal chief. So when did Solo stand up to Roman? Solo didn't stand up to Roman. Solo took Roman's place in his absence. And instead of you, Drew, taking out the person who destroyed you, because he was the one who cost you your championship. It wasn't Sammy. It wasn't Jimmy. It wasn't Jay. It wasn't none of them. It was Solo who cost you your title. Solo. You never went after Solo. It has been over a year. Almost. Matter of fact, it's been more than that. It's been more than a year, almost 2 years. And your ass allowed Solo to live rent-free. You never went after him, never touched him, never even gave an inkling to him. Even when Jay defected from the bloodline and was trying to make his moves on his own, and his brother was coming in there, costing Jay Uso title shots and championships, along with Solo, a man who you believe cost you your championship, you still didn't do nothing. You know why? Because in them costing Jay his shit, okay, that ended up giving you yours. That's how you got all them opportunities at the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw last year. Because of them. You didn't have no problem with it then. As long as it benefited you, you didn't care. Mm-hmm. But now you want to act like Solo is some kind of motherfucking martyr. And you conflicted. Solo became the very thing that you despise. And yet here you are standing here giving him grace. But you don't give that to Sammy. You don't give that to Jimmy. You don't give that to Jay. Hell, you don't even give that shit to Roman. Strange. That's strange as hell to me. I don't like that. That's tacky. Essentially what he said was basically, I'm gonna take care of Sammy, Jimmy, and Jay. You take care of Roman, and then we'll settle up after. Why you can't settle up with him right now? He was right there. I'm not gonna wait to whoop your ass. Why do I need to wait to whoop your ass? I'm gonna whoop your ass right now. I'm right here. I might as well. It's like having a perfect opportunity to kill a roach and then you just let the roach stay there. You let that roach live. Okay, you gonna fuck around and have some baby roaches in your house. Your funeral, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. Really don't, because that was stupid to me. The whole situation is dumb. I don't like it. It makes no sense whatsoever. You have literally given him an opportunity to have a pass, and he's one of the people who cost you your championship. Time and time again was making your life miserable, and yet you do nothing. You do nothing to him. But you didn't have no problem going after everybody else. But you give Solo grace? That's crazy to me. That's crazy because given the opportunity, if you was in Solo's way, he would have already sent Jacob after you to take you out. A fool and his money. A fool. So disappointed. Now, like I said, they had this show. Great new set. I don't know why he ain't do the Instagram live thing again. I felt like he should keep that a part of his show. I thought that was a nice, cute little touch. But he didn't go live. And they basically just talked. Braun Strowman came out there dressed like Santa Claus. And they offered him an opportunity to join forces and to maintain SmackDown because they don't want no chaos coming their way. And they like the fact of having this big brawly man backing them. So basically what they wanted Braun Strowman to be is what Raquel is to Liv Morgan. Braun Strowman, however, is not as dumb as Cobra Back is. So Braun Strowman said, no, thank you, bitch. I would rather not. Carmelo Hayes came out there and was like, Nick Aldis thought he could humble me by making me wrestle Braun Strowman without knowing that he was going to be my opponent, but you can't humble greatness. So he was like, I'm going to beat that big bitch's ass tonight. And I was like, ooh, now you're a big bitch. He was like, we're going to have another match. We having a match tonight. Braun Strowman like, well, fuck it then. Let's go. Throwing shit out the ring. They had the match. It was a match. And then, thank you. I appreciate the sub. Thank you. They had the match. And then Carmelo basically did a count out. Ref counted out Braun Strowman and he lost because of the count out. There was no pin. It was a count out win. It was what it was. It wasn't really anything to write home about. Real talk. They showed Chelsea Green. Thank God they're going to give us a little bit more of a reprieve before we have to listen to Chelsea screaming and hollering about how she's the greatest, longest reigning United States women's champion of all time. So we get a little bit of a break from that this week. She was not there because she said she was going to Disney World. I don't know why her ass done been there 70,000 times. Shit. So I don't know why she had to go, but that's where she was going. Like she had won the motherfucking Super Bowl or some shit. I don't know, girl. But anyways, they showed a video package for Kevin Owens and, of course, what happened at Saturday Night Main Event. Okay. Kevin and Drew teaming up. If that's what they want to do, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, both of them are delulu as hell, so delusion meets delusion, I guess. So do you. I can't wait. I mean, if I would imagine she's a Disney adult. It makes sense. Anyways, Kevin Drew and Seth. I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't really give a shit. Kevin basically cut a promo backstage and was like, I was screwed out of my championship. And you know what villains always do? That's funny. Is they forget parts of the show. They forget the parts where they actually cause their own demise. They forget that. You see, everybody always says that the hero is boring, right? Because the hero is upstanding. They're not going to do nothing crazy or outlandish, or they're not going to do nothing off the cuff that's wrong or, weird. They're not going to do that because the hero's got to be on the up and up. But every now and then you get a hero that's willing to do whatever it takes because you have pushed them too far. And in this case, when it comes to Cody, Kevin Owens' narrative when it comes to Cody. Oh, you can't twist and stretch it? Child. Kevin Owens' narrative when it comes to Cody is all wrapped in his own jealousy and need to be at the top. He has been trying so hard ever since Cody came to Smackdown to suppress all of that bullshit and keep that down so it doesn't bubble up to the surface. But he cannot deny who he truly is. This is a part of him. He has been this way since he has been in the E. There has never been a time where he has had somebody that he was close to and he did not destroy that friendship on his own reconnaissance because it would further him to where he wanted to be. The reality is he did not like the fact that Cody was the guy to take down Roman Reigns after he had been getting beat down and taken down for 5 fucking years. He didn't like that shit, but he kept his mouth shut and he was quiet and he didn't move. He didn't say nothing. But when he found an opening to be able to justify the actions that he has been trying to keep at bay, that is exactly what he did. It only took a nudge. If Cody had been in the back and was in Roman's office talking to Roman and the cameras caught him and he came out, Cody would have kept Cody's ass just off of that merit. If he saw Cody shaking hands with Roman Reigns and it was just an agreement to stay out of each other's way, he would have beat Cody's ass on that reconnaissance. It really did not matter what the idea was. It didn't matter. All that matters is he needed a reason, and Cody gave him one. So everybody that keeps saying that Kevin Owens got screwed, I'd like for you to explain to me how. Because I remember the way I remember the match, Kevin Owens knocked out the referee. This was an accident. Cody Rhodes knocked out the second referee. This was also an accident. 2 referees got knocked out in this match. Who went and got the chair? Come on, somebody. Who went and got the chair? Because it wasn't Cody. It wasn't Cody. The referee got knocked out by him. Thank you. Kevin went and got the chair. Now, if this was a situation where Kevin Owens knocked out the referee by accident and then Cody low blowed him, the referee got up and counted, that's a screw job. That is a screw job. It still wouldn't justify Kevin putting that small package power driver on Cody. Nothing justifies that because Kevin was not the one, Cody was not the one who counted. So I would apologize to the referee. The referee the one who needs to be power drive, not Cody. Cody don't have the power to win the match unless the referee counted to win. Simple as that. But y'all, if y'all gonna at least spin it so it makes sense, you can't get mad and then turn around and say everything that has happened since then is on WWE management. It's on Cody Rhodes. It's everybody's fault but your own. So let me explain. Let me see if I got this right. No, you have no control over your actions. Everything is about everybody else. cool. Then when you get beat for the title, is it gonna be your fault then? Or you walking around with the Winged Eagle title, which is fine. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can go buy one. They got them signed on the WWE shop, but a lot of y'all don't even want Cody's signature on it, which is some wild shit. I see some of y'all. Y'all was like, can we have one without Cody's signature on it? I was like, God damn. Like, he the one who been advocating for that belt to come back for years. Okay. Let me go to y'all comments. Don said, I do not understand this narrative. I mean, if you're talking about Drew and that whole situation, I agree. And if you're talking about this situation, it's just Kevin Owens Delulu. Kevin Owens crazy. Usually I can twist and stretch this, but I can't. That's got to be about Drew. Because you have to ask yourself, like, even if I was a villain in their shoes, I would never in a million motherfucking years side with a bitch who been sitting up here, who actively worked to cause me hell for years. And that's the only one in the family. That's the only one in the family I'm not finna get into. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna get all them hoes. I can tell you what it's about with Kevin. He delusional. Kevin is jealous. Kevin will never admit that, but he is jealous of everything Cody has been able to accomplish in the short amount of time that he has been there. He is angry that Cody was given the keys to the kingdom while Kevin was bogged down, beaten down, and fighting and scratching and clawing and had nothing. Cody shows up and everybody wants to help. Think about it. Kevin shows up. Kevin is there. He fighting. He can't get no help. Cody shows up. Everybody is on Cody's side. Everybody wants to help. Even his own enemy, his greatest adversary, Seth freaking Rollins, was like, I will be your shield. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? I have been here getting my ass kicked. I've been here, Seth. You have been here. You have been watching me get my ass whooped, and you ain't came and offered me a damn thing. But this motherfucker look like Homelander come walking in here, and he gets the help. He gets the handout. He gets the protection. What about me? What about me? I can tell you what it's about. Kevin brought the chair into the match, people. To go back to what I was saying. Kevin did that. So then Cody is like, you brought it in here. I'm going to use that motherfucker. Instead of you understanding that you got beat at your own game, you did what everybody does. You acted like a petulant child. And you got your ass up and you small package power drive Cody into the ring. And then to add insult to injury, you stood on the man's chest. You stood on his chest, holding up the title. You stood on his chest, holding up the title. Now tell me how that look and how that sound. That's crazy as hell. The ref should have been, if you're gonna be mad though, if you're gonna be mad, right? You're going to be mad. You mad because you feel like you got screwed out the title. Who counted? It damn sure wasn't Cody. Cody wasn't the one who knocked out your referee. You did that. You pushed Cody into the referee and knocked him out. Wrestling like a wild woolly mammoth. That's your fault. Wait till that up, child. Man, I just got tired of people having to catch Cody for him to land his finisher. Like, I know it's fake, but let me at least pretend these niggas be catching this dude. Child. But it's like you had it better than Cody did when you became champ. Clock the T. Now, Kevin done been champ multiple times. This is Cody's first rodeo as WWE champion. And I'm sure it won't be his last. But this is his title reign. Kevin Owens done been WWE champ. He been Universal champion, US champ, Intercontinental champion. Kevin done it all. But it ain't gonna never be enough. It will never be enough. Well, I'm sure he will. Like, you're crazy. And is. He was like, tag champs. He done had them all. Because Hunter cheated for you. But he don't have no issues with that. Why? Why is that? Because it benefits him. As long as it's giving him what he wants, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. As long as he is getting what he believes he's owed and deserves, nothing else matters. It feeds his ego. And that's it. That's just the bottom line, bare bones of it, is that it feeds his ego. Hold on. Jerry, what the fuck am I looking at? What is this?
It's Gang Hunt Marvel Midnight Suns.
Who is these people? Why are they calling them different names for what they're supposed to be called?
What? That's Doctor Strange, Iron Man. This.
They called him Robo.
Because Ghost Rider's being a dickhead.
Oh, Ghost Rider. Who the hell is that? Who's that lady?
Lilith.
Oh shit. Like, who's supposed to be Captain America? Oh no, that's Miss Marvel. Now be gone, honey. Ooh. Scarlet Witch. Anyway, sorry, y'all. That was gangster, though. That's crazy. I think that KO has been smoking that booger sugar. Now he's smoking it. Tag champs. It was all a lie. It was all a lie, girl. So, Kevin came out. He basically said, nothing that happened to Cody was my fault. It was Cody's fault. It was WWE management fault. All this and Hunter fault. It was the ref's fault. And he said, I was screwed out of my championship. And I'm not giving them this title back. This title belongs to me. And I'm keeping it. I'm the undisputed WWE champion. And it is what it is. I'm just the uncrowned champ. I said, okay, Kevin. The delusions. You have got to be absolutely psycho to do the type of shit that Kevin Owens is doing. Now, what else did we see on SmackDown? Because SmackDown was a relatively short show, but a lot of it was matches. Most of it was just the matches. Oh, babe, can you give me my cord? It's on the floor. Honey. JJ. I need my cord off the floor, please. For my computer. Okay. I'm trying to remember what else happened before we get to the tag team titles. Oh, okay. So let's talk about Tiff. Poor Tiffany Stratton. Poor Tiff. Hello. You didn't watch to the end? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened at the end. Because to be honest with you, really a lot of it was the match between the beginning of the show kicked off with Solo and them, and then Drew came out there, and then they had LA Knight, what's his face? Andrade and Apollo Crews going up against the Bloodline. That was actually a really good match, but the boys ended up losing because of Shinsuke. Shinsuke attacked LA Knight, which I thought was very fucking interesting because Shinsuke had already beaten LA. And while LA made it very clear he was going back after Shinsuke Nakamura, Shinsuke basically had removed himself from the situation with LA Knight and the Bloodline by pretty much scaring the shit out of the Bloodline to begin with. So my thing was, why not let LA Knight get the W or whatever over the Bloodline and then have Shin attack them? But that's not what they did, and they had their methods of madness and do what they do. So they basically attacked Shinsuke attacked LA Knight. That cost them that match. LA was laid out over Jacob after he had already took out Jacob, and Apollo Crews ended up getting the brunt of everything. They took out Andrade, and Apollo ended up eating the pin here, which I hate that for Apollo because I hadn't seen Apollo wrestle in a while, and I really do enjoy watching Apollo Crews wrestle, and I like Apollo Crews, so I'm low-key sad. I'm sad. Evening to the hostess, mods, and chat. Hello. Hi. Thank y'all. So let's get to the last part, which is probably the best part. And we're going to talk about some things because the tag team titles was on the line, and Nick Aldis made it easy for Bianca to be able to defend her championship. And she had to find a partner, which we all knew that Naomi was never going to leave her side. She is a part of the big three. And of course, she would, who's that, Vision? Who is you supposed to be, Vision?
Character called the Hunter.
Oh, okay. Anyway. Anyways, y'all, so earlier in the night, Candace and Natalia, well, Naya, sorry, was having a conversation. And they was back there strategizing about their next match. Now, of course, Tiffany come up and she's like, I'm going to be out there with y'all. I want to be by your side or whatever. And Candace doing all the talking. Candace was like, no, no, you need to stay in the back. We got this. We got this. You know what I'm saying? That we got this. Don't worry about it. We got this. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, that would make the Bloodline look weak. I mean, they can't look no weaker than that, than losing that in Survivor Series, losing against Cody Rhodes on multiple occasions, losing the tag team titles, and they've been on a losing streak as of lately. And Solo ain't won a singles match against somebody of prominence like Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, or Roman. Well, he has beaten Roman. He has cheated to beat Roman. But anybody else, he has lost. So, to me, there's no other. He can't look no weaker than what he looked like right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really sit back and think about it. He went up against Cody trying to take that championship from him. How many times? 3, maybe 4 times? How did he look weak then? Because people still believed in what he was doing, and he was still pushing forward as the current tribal chief. So if it was really about weakness, he already is at that point. It's already done. So Candace and Naya was out there talking, and they told Tiffany she had to stay in the back. And Candace was like, yeah, girl, love you and all of that. Real cute. But you gotta stay in the back. You need to stay in the back. And you can do the party stuff, make up party favors, get the champagne ready, all that shit, because in order for us to have a good party, that's got to be set up and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And Tiffany was like, "Oh, word." And she was like, "Yeah, girl, you're real good at that. You're real good at that. But we gonna keep on strategizing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep on strategizing, and then we'll come back here and celebrate with you." And then Naya was just like, "Yeah, Tiff, thanks." So Tiffany walked away. I was like, I ought to bust that bitch in the back of her back and took her title from her right then and there. Cause you crazy. But anyway, Candace was like, we're gonna finish strategizing, and Tiffany's gonna work on that. That's gonna be great. We're gonna have a good time. And Naya was like, yeah, amazing. Cause she know what it is. She saw it the last motherfucking time. When that whole plan, the celebration for her last time, it was unicorns and rainbows, bitch, and pink everywhere. That was no celebration for Naya. That was a showcase for her. Okay, craziness. He's that little cousin that talk shit and always get beat up. I can agree. He looked weak wrestling in basketball shorts and leggings. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Funny, but crazy. Jacob is making the unit strong. Do you see Jacob leaving the bloodline, making himself the tribal chief? No. I do see Jacob leaving at some point or turning on solo at some point, because they got to pull Tama and Jacob off of there, because they in their own right are future champions, if we're being honest. Jacob and Tama are future champions in their own right. So I would definitely break them off for the bloodline 100%. But I don't think he's going to be a tribal chief. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the tribal chief needs to stick with Roman. Let that be his thing. It's like The Rock being the people's champ. I know him and John Cena call themselves the people's champ, but it's different. It's different. Not everybody can be a rated R superstar. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can have the same moniker and carry it in a different way or a better way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to have your own shit. And I just think Jacob want to pop out and show this. He don't want to follow in their footsteps. He want to carve his own path, but he got his foot in the door, and that's all he needed to do. Okay, so let's talk about tonight's match. This match was good. Candace did great in this match. Naya did okay. She wasn't selling as much as I felt like she should have, but she did okay. I thought Naomi and Bianca make a great team. They make a great team with each other. I really like them as a team, just like I like Bianca and Jade as a team. Is it obvious that Naomi attacked her? No, not really. When you watch the show, Naomi makes it very clear that she is there for Bianca and Jade. She says it very clearly. She never said, I'm here to make sure them tag team titles stay where they belong. Like when they say stuff like that, it's very vague, but it is a key to knowing what they're talking about and what they're alluding to. She never said, all she said was, we're going to find out who attacked who attacked Jade, and I just want to help you keep your championships because you and Jade deserved it. And if it was me, I want somebody to be there for me. It was like that. It wasn't like she didn't lay it on too thick. She didn't go crazy. It was very normal Naomi Glow banter. Okay? Now, Bianca was going to hand her the title so she can go out there with the championship. And Naomi said, no. Naomi said, I will earn the title. Which, in fairness, if she was turning heel and she was the one who attacked Jade, she would have grabbed the championship. At least I would have, because I earned that bitch by my actions prior to this. You feel me? So they went out there, and once Bianca and Naomi got the titles, it was a very surreal moment to see Naomi happily get her title on TV with Bianca. Bianca was about to cry. Naomi was crying because it's a full circle moment for her. Outside of the kayfabe story of Jade being attacked, and everything in between. You have to understand, Naomi never really got the chance to run with the championships when her and Mercedes, aka Sasha, were champions. They were heavily stifled. So to now be able to be seen and perform and do it with somebody who you trust and love, just like you was trying to do it with somebody else who you trust and loved, it's a full circle moment for Naomi. So her emotions were genuine and true when she was in the ring and got that title. And Bianca the championship because she did earn it. So they are now your new tag team champions. That makes Naomi a 2-time tag team champion. Bianca's continuing her title reign. And I love that for both of them. Not only for Bianca, but more specifically for Naomi, because she deserves the right to be seen the way that she should be, which is loud, live, and in color, because Naomi is better than what people give her credit for. They treat her like she's some secondary wrestler, and she is not. She is very good at what she does, and she has proven time and time again that she belongs. And it's just that simple. Now, kayfabe wise, if Naomi attacked Jade just so she can get them titles back, ooh, that's a cold bitch. That's a cold bitch right there. That is cold. Okay. Right, like I wish a bitch, specifically new bitch in the circle, would talk to me like that. That's crazy. I don't know what the hell Tiffany be on, but she don't let nobody else talk to her like that. But she be letting Candace and Nia do her all types of dirty. I feel like she might not have a failed cash in with the way this storyline is going. She just might have a legit cash in out here in these streets. And that bitch gonna be the WWE champion. Ooh, child. And to be fair, given the last couple of months when it comes to Tiffany Stratton and Nia and Candace, she would be justified. Who do you think did it? I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea. It is plausible Naomi would be the most likely suspect because she gained the most from the attack. She gained the most. But I would like for them to swerve us and pick somebody else. I really would. Not for the sake of the story. Like, if it was Bianca, that's a good swerve. That's a good swerve. But to me, in my mind, without having to change Naomi or Bianca at the moment, I feel like they should change next year after Mania. They should shift into a new gear. Change it right now before Mania, to me, don't make no sense to me. They need time to flush out their character so that they got enough heat drawn to them. The heat is consistent, and it's like they've been villains for a while, so they know where they're going, and the storyline is built up already. You get what I'm saying? For me, who that calling Pop? He answered. So, me, who would I pick? Charlotte. If Charlotte is coming back, is a good option. Charlotte's a good person to pick. Nicole, she wants it to be Alexa Bliss, which I would like, but in order for it to work, Naomi will also have to get attacked very soon. And that would make sense to me if it was Bliss. Naomi would suffer an attack as well. Like after Royal Rumble, Naomi would get attacked. And we would see Bliss, like before Royal Rumble, Naomi get attacked and Bliss comes back and reveals that she's the one who did it. Who else could it be? I mean, you could pick a newbie. You could pick Blair if you wanted to. Blair could be the one that did the attack. She good for doing it in NXT, so she damn sure could have done it here. And Blair could have just been like, I ain't like how you hoes was hogging the spotlight, and I wanted my time. And I knew if I took out Jade, if she's one of y'all favorites, she's the WWE fan favorite girl. I could take her out and be at the top of the mountain. I could take out Bianca and you take out Naomi and then go after Bianca. Tag titles get vacated because nobody can defend them. You see what I'm saying? It could have been, you could make it so it works with anybody. The most plausible and probably the juiciest storyline would be to have either Bianca have taken out Jade because she wanted to team with Naomi, or you could make it up however it goes, or you have Naomi be the one who took out Jade because she wanted to get those championships back. Either way, those are the easiest, but I feel like the stories that have the most, I want a story that's a little bit more convoluted, and I don't want you to go for the easiest target. Naomi's the easiest. It's the easiest one. Man, I still feel like Naomi should have won the US title. I feel like Michin should have won. I have no problem with Chelsea winning. I've said this before. I knew that they were probably going to go that route with Chelsea. And I know that down the line, Michin will more than likely get her opportunity and become champ. And I think she's going to beat Chelsea to become champion at some point. I don't think Chelsea's going to have that title that long. But she is your inaugural champion. So it is what it is. I wanted Michin to be the US champion. I knew that Naomi wasn't going to go any further than that. Alba Fire. I mean, Alba Fire isn't on SmackDown, but I mean, you could make it Alba Fire or Isla Dawn. You know what I'm saying? They definitely have a grudge. Like it's not. It could be anybody, and you could give anybody any reason for doing it. It could be jealousy, or you can make up some delusions of grandeur like Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre have been doing, where some of it has some reality to it, but a lot of it is just your delusions. And I don't want it to be, I don't know. I'm very sentimental to, I'm very, very, very sensitive to the Black women on the roster turning on each other and fighting each other and attacking each other. I'm very sensitive to that. I understand the story is a good story. I'm not saying that they shouldn't make a good story, because either way, I'm going to be invested and interested and do my thing like I always do. But I really, really want it to be something that's really going to turn into a massive story later. And those girls can turn heel in a different way where it don't have to be so cut and paste. I wanted to have something fresh. Like, what we saw with New Day was a fresh way to turn them. It really, really was. That was something I never expected. It was something different, and it worked because everybody hates the New Day. Okay? So I want it to be something like that, where you can actually enjoy the story of building them up as the heels, and like whoever becomes the hero in the situation gets to be the one to take them down and, you know, knock them down a peg or two. It's going to be interesting to see how they turn this out, because what if Jade attacked herself like Eddie Thorpe did to himself? Like, what if Jade just took herself out and she was just like what if they find some kind of way to put it all in together? You know what I'm saying? You never know. It'd be a huge swerve if it was someone from NXT, right? I could see Lash and Jakara. Lash and Jakara would be a good, interesting second, but like, wouldn't they attack Bianca too? Why was Bianca left unscathed? The only reason why Bianca got left unscathed is because obviously she was in the United States Championship match, but ever since then, they've had plenty of opportunities to attack Bianca and anybody else. So why did they target Jade specifically? And something tells me that it's more to do with Jade than it is to do with Bianca and Naomi. I hope it's that's the route. If it is, Charlotte would be my number one culprit, which makes sense to me. That makes perfect sense. Charlotte don't like the fact that Jade got the red carpet. She coming in. She's getting into war games. She's doing all this shit. Bitch, you back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely want to see how this plays out. It would be funny, Jade being like, I wasn't trying to break my back on that freaking cage. There was a broken car window. I went for it. I mean, it makes sense though. Who won? Hold on, y'all. No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. And
You didn't hear it?
listen, that's what had me thrown. Wanye didn't sound like he normally do, so I didn't think it was them.
They threw you off.
Yes.
It was Boys in it. Mario was the Wasp.
Yes. Yes. I kind of thought.
Who won? Boys to Men?
No. Yes. I kind of thought the Wasp was Mario.
Did they pick? Was he one of the picks for the Wasp?
Yes.
They did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Really?
Really?
I was listening to it because every time you have it playing in there on the weekends, I was listening to it and I was like, his voice sounds familiar.
So, Robin said he had to wait until they sang the final song, so because he thought who it was, and he waited till they sang the final song because then they sang a cappella. That's
how they figured it out.
Because all of them thought they were Boys to Men. All four.
Wow. Mm-hmm. But you didn't notice it? You didn't hear it? What was they singing?
They sang Sam Smith.
Was it Stay?
No. Two something goodbyes.
I think I know what song you're talking about.
Yeah. They sang, that was the last song they sang. And at the end of the song,
they sang it a cappella.
They sang it a cappella, and
that's what got them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when they sang that a cappella, I said they finna win this.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I thought Mario was the Wasp, but I wasn't really sure.
Do they have like categories where you have to sing certain songs from certain themes, or
sometimes they have a theme?
Yeah.
And then other times, I think they let them pick.
They can pick whatever song they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what song did Mario sing?
Mario sang Whitney Houston.
He sang Whitney Houston.
I'm Your Baby Tonight.
Okay, that fits with Mario.
Yeah. He sang that, and then
did he sing it high? And he sing it at a higher pitch?
Oh, yeah. Up there where she sang it.
He definitely can sing that high.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mario and Boys to Men lasted to the end.
To the end, girl. Because it was Strawberry Shortcake, Wasp.
Who was Strawberry Shortcake?
The girl I told you that sang the theme to
Dawson's Creek thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if you had to pay me to tell me that was Boys to Men,
you really didn't catch it.
I would have caught it if I would have heard. You know, Wanya got that.
And he do the runs.
Yeah.
You was like, I would have caught it with the runs.
Well, he sang the runs, but
not like to the strength that you normally hear.
Right. And maybe it's because he's older. Maybe he can't do it.
He can still do it.
But it didn't come across to me like that. But I knew it was somebody along them lines. B2K, Belle Biv DeVoe. It was somebody along them lines.
I was hoping it wasn't B2K. It was up there. I was like, it's got to be a 3-man group.
The one that sang bass with them, he passed away.
He did?
Yes.
Michael did?
Yeah, because they said.
Wait, now.
In their thing, they said they lost one. Maybe he left the group.
He ain't dead now, Mom. Damn. He's still a part of it, but he doesn't perform. They done made up because they was mad at each other for a little while.
Okay.
But he ain't dead.
Okay.
Oh my God.
The way they was talking was like he had passed away or something.
Oh no, he is dead.
I thought so. Because they said we lost one.
Michael McCrary is dead.
Yes.
Daddy, he gone.
Yes. Because when they talked about it, they were upset. Yeah.
Daddy, Michael McCrary is dead.
Yeah. Because they were, and when they were talking about it, because they would choke up and they would tear up when they were talking about it.
Because they was fighting for a long time.
Yeah,
they were fighting, and then they talked.
Yeah.
It was after he had went. Wait a minute now. It was after he was on the Young Love. I don't think he did. Wait a minute. I don't think he did. I think Michael McCrary is still alive. He's still alive. He ain't dead. Lord have mercy. I thought this man was dead. Y'all done killed him. not dead. He yet alive. He yet alive.
He yet alive. It's hilarious.
He yet alive, child. I didn't care about that, DeAndre. Or a surprise ex-AEW superstar. Not on the women's side. But I'm sure on the men's side on Monday on Raw, January, Netflix, definitely go see it on the men's side then. Oh, you think they working together? What's that?
I need chips.
J-Rock. You can't pause your game?
Which ones?
Doritos. Okay. I think Naomi and Bianca are working together. Hold on. There we go. I think they're working together and they're just playing stupid. You know what? I don't know.
You think they're trying to push Jade out?
I mean, that's not a bad storyline. That would work.
Well, I've been kind of feeling like at some point that Jade was going to turn on Bianca. And I say that only because when Jade comes out, they play her music, but they seem to cut her music short when Bianca's getting ready to come out and play Bianca's longer than they play hers. She don't always have that look on her face like, it's cool. It's always a look like, okay.
I don't know about that. I mean, what's she going to do? She can go back there and tell her to play my music longer. If we being honest,
I'm just saying.
You can't dance to Jade music. Jade music sound like you know how like you watch the 90s movies?
A storm.
It's cute. Mom.
It's coming.
She's so extra. It's cute music, but it's that 90s music when the hot girl enter into the room.
Exactly.
It's giving very much 80s film when the hot girl coming in there. And she walking in and they play that jazz solo. You be in there like, damn, the hot girl here. The hot girl has entered. It's a bag of tissue at the door. It's a whole bag of it in there. Now, mama, it's something in there. You ain't finna act like I'm crazy. Nah, shit. Whatever. It would have been too obvious if Mario wasn't wrong. We was watching. My mom watches The Masked Singer every season. I don't watch it. I honestly forget that it's coming on, but I don't like Nick Cannon. I don't like Nick Cannon enough to listen to him host nothing. You feel me? So I'm not. I don't really fuck with him like that. So I just let them watch it. A lot of times I watch it in passing when I'm getting ready to go to the facilities and it's on the TV and I'm sitting there, I'm listening to it and you can see it. So I watch it like that because they got a huge ass TV in their room and a sound bar that can blow the doors off this bitch. My father likes to watch TV like he in the middle of a damn movie theater. Jesus. You be in there, all of a sudden somebody getting shot, you will get on the ground because you're thinking shots is ringing off in the house. Just a whole goddamn AK is going off and shit.
Hey, y'all.
Anyways, so y'all, SmackDown was good. It was just short, sweet, and to the point. There was not a lot of major players on SmackDown. Roman was not there. Drew was not there. Well, Drew was there, obviously. Roman was not there. Cody was not there. They did say Cody's going to be at home resting for a little while, which tells me the next couple of weeks, Cody's probably going to end up doing some of the road work, because they have some dates in between now and January 6th that they have to meet for holiday shows. These next couple of shows are supposed to be taped because obviously Christmas is coming up next week. So the Monday episode is going to be taped for Monday Night Raw. And then Friday will probably be a live show. And then because it's going to be heading into the new year soon. Or they might tape Friday as well so they can have that week off and New Year's Day and New Year's Eve off as well. because they have been doing that for the superstars, which I love that for them. But y'all really got to get into what's been happening over in TNA. Okay, so me and the girls was talking about it on the pod. If you haven't listened to the podcast, you definitely should, because you are missing out. So I have it up on our YouTube channel. Y'all can go over to the YouTube and listen to it on YouTube. You can listen to it over on Spotify. I put it up everywhere where you can hear it. But we talked about everything. We went over everything real quickly in terms of the PLEs and TV specials. And then we went into TNA, Tessa Blanchard, and what's going on. But we found out some new stuff after the show went off the air. Okay, so these last couple of weeks have been a whirlwind, honey. So let me tell y'all what's been happening in TNA. TNA got an overhaul right after Scott D'Amore got fired, which I did post that video of Scott D'Amore's firing, and you should go back on my channel, okay, and look at that video because it explains Scott D'Amore's firing and the timing of that firing. During that time, the superstars over in TNA, they put these little hourglasses in their Twitters. I screenshotted it and saved it, and then I lost it. It got deleted once I cleaned out my phone. And I'm so mad at myself that I didn't keep that because it was a big thing then. But hold on, y'all. Aaliyah said, "Something my grandmother, it's like her ears don't work no more." It's a good show. Masked Singer's a good show. But they all put these hourglasses in their Twitter, on their Twitters that time, around that time that Scott D'Amore got fired. And it was like, TikTok, basically. And I was like, because Jordan Grace did it. Josh Alexander put it up there. And there was a few other people that put it up there in their Twitter bios. But I distinctly remember Jordan Grace and Josh Alexander's Twitter having those hourglasses in there. Distinctly remember it. And that's going to lead to what I'm getting ready to go into in a minute. But TNA is going downhill. And while a lot of people don't really care for TNA, and that's okay. I fully understand if it's not your cup of tea. I'm not mad at it because everybody likes what they like. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling is an acquired taste to begin with. And sometimes some storylines for you on certain shows don't necessarily work out in your favor, and that's okay. And others give you a little bit more je ne sais quoi, like what's going on with AEW and sometimes with WWE. So you go where you love. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoy a lot of storyline and bullshit and a lot of fun, then you can go over to TNA and enjoy TNA because it reminds you of old school WWE. Honestly, the outlandishness of the stories, it all reminds you of old school WWE. Okay? But when it comes to what's going on in TNA, like right now, the situation is dire, honey. It's dire. So I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. Tessa Blanchard signed with TNA, right? And Tessa popped up over there in TNA. What was that show called? I mean, what was it called? Damn. I can't think of the name of the PLE that they had, but they had a PLE recently, and Tessa Blanchard showed up. And a lot of people was talking about it, trying to talk about it, all that good stuff. And after she showed up, a lot of shit was happening prior to that. So prior to Tessa showing up, Mike Bailey ended up dropping his X Division championship, and it was like right in the middle of his second title run. He ended up dropping it, and he dropped it to Moose of all people. Okay, now y'all have to, if you don't know what was happening in TNA, I'm gonna give you a little bit of tidbits. So Mike Bailey and Trent Seven were in a pseudo tag team. They were Speedball Mountain, which I thought was like one of the coolest names they could come up with. And so Mike Bailey and Trent Seven ended up going back and forth. Trent Seven walked away for a little bit, showed back up in TNA. They were friends, yada, yada, yada. And then Trent Seven turned on Mike Bailey. So one would imagine that Trent Seven turn on Mike Bailey would give Mike Bailey to have a match with Trent Seven and Trent Seven become champion, right? That's not what happened. Trent Seven did eventually go up against Mike Bailey, but he didn't win the title. Mike Bailey ended up dropping that title to Moose, which I just thought was so fucking weird. I was like, what is this? What is going on? Then Tessa shows up, okay? And it's just, and Mustafa is still over there, but he hasn't come out and said anything. And you have now you have Moose as X Division champion, Nick Nemeth as your TNA champion. You have Masha Slamovich as your Knockouts champion. I don't think she dropped that title back to Tasha Steelz. Let me go check, because I don't think she dropped that title back to Tasha Steelz. TNA Knockouts champion. Current. Hold on, y'all, because I want to see who is the current champion right now. Damn, Rosemary been in TNA a while. Yeah, Masha is your current TNA Knockouts champion, so she didn't lose that title to Tasha Steelz. She's the current champ. So, you got that situation. Now, Tessa pops up, and Tessa's in TNA, and all hell breaks loose. Jordynne Grace does not want to work with Tessa Blanchard. She heavily pushed back against working with Tessa, but as a professional, and because she was on her way out, she decided to fulfill her contractual obligations and work with Tessa, and thusly putting Tessa over, because Tessa's more than likely going to beat Jordynne Grace, and Jordynne Grace is going to be out the door on her way to WWE, whether it's in NXT or over on Raw, which I think she should go to Raw. That's just me personally. But she's going to be working with Tessa probably until they have their next PLE, and then she is going to be gone. Now, from the rumors over on What Culture and via Dave Meltzer, so take this with a grain of salt. Basically, what's happening in TNA is that the TNA higher-ups asked the superstars to take a pay cut, and they refuse. Those who have refused have basically left the company. Like, abruptly, Josh Alexander's wife, Jade Chung, has quit TNA. She is no longer the ring announcer for TNA. And I thought that was interesting because when Scott D'Amore was there, she was, brought in as the ring announcer again. And Josh Alexander, he's going to be leaving as well. Don't know if he's going to be AEW bound or WWE bound. Y'all know Joe Hendry. If Joe Hendry don't get that championship from Nick Nemeth, he more than likely will also be leaving and probably be WWE bound as well. I don't think Nick really care about, the money, although he probably want to be paid his worth. Nick is doing just fine, working out, being champions in multiple companies and doing his thing, wrestling. But I'm sure if he wanted to go back to the E, he could. If he wanted to go to AEW, he definitely could. Like, everybody is leaving, but it don't look like Moose is going on nowhere, and it don't look like, obviously, Tessa anywhere. So TNA is going to be in shambles. Mike Bailey is gone. Mike Bailey has left. I imagine Trent Seven is also going to be leaving sometime soon and not coming back. Like, so many people are going to be out of TNA. And if Tasha Steelz leaves, I really want her to go to NXT because I feel like she could be greatly used in NXT, and she would be one of the top stars very quickly in NXT. It would be a fun time to watch Tasha in NXT. But y'all, that's the tea. That's what's going on. TNA is going through an overhaul, and it don't look like it's a good one. They are losing majority of their roster, and what we're hearing is that it's pay cuts. But I remember that they was mad about Scott D'Amore leaving, and I think that they planned on leaving regardless. They were leaving either way. And now that this portal has opened for WWE, it was a real easy way for them to low-key, kind of get their feet wet in the E, especially for Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace. It was a real easy way for them to get their feet wet and really see how it worked over there. And if they liked it, they probably could have cut a deal with WWE and been like, my contract is up on such and such day. I want to come over, which more than likely they will. If I was Joe Hendry, I'd be out of TNA and over in NXT, because I know for sure Shawn Michaels would love to have him there. Somebody said that we never see Tasha Steelz and Lio Rush in the same room, and I can never look at her the same again. Y'all know what? I said that Tasha Steelz and Lio Rush was the same person, and my homeboy, God rest his soul, Trey D, was like, Tiffany, don't say that shit. I was like, what? They are. And I was joking. They're very similar, though. They're very similar, not in their style of wrestling, but just in the way they present themselves, the presentation of themselves. They're very similar with their arrogance and how they move. Like, it's very, very similar. But yeah, growl. My computer is not plugged up. Why? It wasn't plugged in. Now it is. Okay. I was about to say, because I'm like, what is happening? But yeah, y'all. That was it. They did do a press conference over in front of Netflix when they was doing Netflix and WWE, because they got 2 weeks until, well, let's see how many weeks we got. 1, 2. We'll be down to 2 weeks. We got like 3 weeks out, if we being honest. We got 3 weeks out until we hit January 6th. So they got a little bit of time. So they about 2 weeks away from their Netflix debut. So they already did the Netflix press conference situation. They did all that. And they had a nice little time. Seth looked like, Seth went out there dressed to the nines in this beautiful Zara jacket, which I need. I need that jacket for my husband. I got to get it. But anyways, we already know that Seth is facing off against CM Punk, and this is a volatile match that is happening. Not only that, but we got tribal combat. Championships are being defended, honey. It's a lot going on. It is so much going on. Also, we learned that Logan Paul was traded to Raw. Logan Paul was traded to Raw for Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was over in WWE on Smackdown, and shit. They announced the trade over on the Netflix kickoff. Great. Love that for us. I'm a big stepper. We got a few things to talk about, and then I'll do SBC chat and go to bed. Who's on? Let me see. I feel like that's an uneven trade, girl. You know, Adam Pierce, stupid ass, do whatever he can to feel like he getting a leg up on somebody, child. Now she said it feel like it's an uneven trade. That's crazy. All right. Tribal Combat. Solo versus Roman. So a lot of people seem to think that this tribal combat with Roman and Solo is gonna lead to The Rock. I don't really know, nor do I care. I don't care enough to really try to pinpoint it or think about it because it's just not. It's not. I don't have the answers. I don't. Brian shows up to work. Logan is there part time when Prime isn't in a lawsuit. That's crazy. So we got a lot going on, y'all. But it's gonna be a fun time. So hopefully these next couple of weeks will be simple and easy. Won't have to do a lot of work to watch it. And they're gonna build up this Raw card a little bit more. We already got the Intercontinental Championship for the women leading or ending at January 6th. So we got that. And of course, we got Liv and Rhea finally finishing out their feud. And, you know, they probably gonna add Drew and Sammy and, you know, really make this shit pop, you know, really make this pop off. Whatever they decide to do, it's going to be a fun time. Now, I did watch NXT. I saw NXT. I did, but I don't feel like going over it. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't feel like it. I'll tell you what, and briefly, I'll tell you what I think. NXT was a solid show. It was a very interesting conversation between Wesley, Tyreek, and Tyson. Tyreek and Tyson basically was going back and forth about how they need to approach things going forward. And Wesley agreed with Tyson. Wesley was basically like, you know, your attitude, you know, you too goody two shoes. You ain't got no friends in this business. You got to do what you got to do. The reality is, in order for you to get ahead, he's saying being nice ain't gonna get you ahead. And I'm like, that's interesting because it got you ahead. Like in Wesley's case, him being nice and being who he was is what got him ahead. But ever since he turned, he ain't really got nothing to show for it. No title, no nothing. Not even a win under his belt. Now, he made it through to the tournament to make it to the Iron Survivor Challenge, but he didn't win nothing. He lost. He literally got sacrificed in order for Obafemi to go over on him, and he didn't win shit. So, in my opinion, how you're behaving isn't advancing you to go any further than where you are right now. You're not getting any further in the game than you would if you was just being your normal, happy, heart of NXT self. You know what I'm saying? Now, what happened to Javon Evans? That was fucked up. Like, I understand Ethan Page is frustrated in his feelings, but for him to attack Javon like that, that's crazy. Now, Javon Evans, from what they said, his mouth was all kinds of fucked up because he did say he was going to take his smile from him. He put that chair on his face and then stomped down on it hard. Javon spit blood out, whether it was a blood pack or not. He spit blood out, and it was crazy. I'd never seen nothing like that before a day in my life. So that was crazy, y'all.
It looked a little blood packy.
It was blood pack. I don't care. It's not the point. The shock value of it was crazy. The viciousness of Ethan Page was crazy. So I'm okay with that. Lash and Jakara, they beat Soul and Zarya. Um, what else did happened?
I am not your boyfriend.
And Alba Fire and Isla Dawn went to NXT and kind of set Fatal Influence straight. They was like, you know, at least because they basically was watching from the back and was like, these girls are delusional, they crazy, yada yada yada. And Isla Dawn and Alba Fire was at least these girls look like they a team. Like y'all don't even look like y'all a team. Y'all don't even look like y'all go together. Y'all not cohesive. Y'all not on the same front, bitch. So somebody had to read their stupid asses, and I need Fallon to stop reading out of Mandy's playbook. Please stop, because you're not Mandy. You need to be Fallon. Okay, be Fallon, and stop with the heavy dark tanning and the uber obly type clothes. Don't do that. Be Fallon. It's okay for you to wear your cowboy boots and your jean shorts. You know, you ain't got to wear darker makeup and get your skin tan to be a villain. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. So we had that. Axiom and Frazier basically keep proving why they're the most dominant tag team in NXT history. Axiom and Frazier. Axiom went up against Obafemi. Obafemi won. Frazier and Axiom then had a match against Gallus. They ended up winning that match. So it was a lot going on, honey. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Now the show ended with Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams battling it out. Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe, both of their shoulders were down. The referees counted, and they were not on the same accord as to who won. One ref saw Eddie Thorpe's shoulders down. The other ref saw Trick Williams' shoulders down. So it didn't. It was at the referee's discretion, but when there is a impartial situation and the referees can't decide, they come to the conclusion that the champion will keep his championship. There is an unforeseen circumstance that is causing too much discourse. So because of that, Trick Williams will remain the champion, and Eddie Thorpe is just going to have to eat this one on the chin. Eddie didn't like that. He kept getting in Ava's face. Shawn Michaels walked up to him, was trying to tell him to calm down. He pushed Shawn Michaels. So Trick Williams hit him in the face with a high knee, which rightfully so. He earned that. Like, before I understood the situation got blown out of proportion because Eddie Thorpe didn't do nothing to Ava. Really, all he did was grab her arm, which I can agree he was out of line. But to say that he caused her to get hit is weird because he didn't grab her arm and pull her into the doorway. She was already walking into the doorway, and all she had to do was yank her arm away and stand in the door and tell him not to touch her and walk away. She waited until the tag teams was in a frenzy fighting, and she got hit with the door. It was an accident. It wasn't like he intended for her to get injured. This time, however, he intentionally kept walking up into her face. Let me tell y'all something. I never proclaimed to be a lady. I will tell you that to your motherfucking face. I'm not a lady. I cuss like a sailor, and I will talk to you like you are a dog on the street. So I have never proclaimed to be a lady. The moment you walk in my face, that I'm going to defend myself. Eddie Thorpe would have been going home to his ancestors fucking with me. I'm sorry. Ava is bigger than Eddie Thorpe in height and weight. And that's not me trying to be disrespectful to Ava. I'm just telling you like it T.I. is. She is bigger than him. She's taller than him. She should have whooped his ass. That's what I would have done. I would have knocked his ass down. I'd have been like, who are you walking up on? Like, y'all keep taking my kindness for weakness in this motherfucker, and I'm tired of it. What you not gonna do is walk up on me like I'm some bitch off the street. Them hoes you be fucking with and these niggas around here you be talking to, they might take that shit kind lightly, but I'm not taking that lightly. You're not walking up in my personal space and in my face, and you did it twice. Now, the first time I could be like, yo, calm down. It is what it is. Maybe you can get another opportunity, but you got to calm down. But you get in my face again, nah. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool, shame on you, bitch. You getting your ass whooped. That's how that's going. You'll get fucked up around here. Okay? Because you don't walk up on me like that. Because you don't know me like that. Not the excessive neck rolling. Shit. Okay. So I've done my due diligence. That's basically the end of NXT. The boys are going to be fighting. Everybody's going to be fighting. New Year's Evil. Everybody's going to have their moments. Okay. Shotzi Blackheart is back, which I love that for Shotzi. Shotzi is awesome. I love her. Heel or face, Shotzi is just good at what she does. So I love that for Shotzi. And it's going to be fun to see. I would love to see Shotzi as a U.S. champ. Love to see that. It's going to be a fun time in NXT. NXT got a lot of pieces working in there. They got a lot of noobs coming up, really expanding that tag team division. That women's division depth is insane. It's crazy in NXT. They're going to build up that men's division very soon. It's like they got a lot going on and a lot of good working pieces. And if you hitch a ride to NXT right now, you'll be very, very interested in where they are headed within the next year or two. I promise y'all that. With all that being said, we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. Okay? I promise. So, this is the part where y'all have time to go ahead and leave if you don't want to listen to the SBC chat stuff, because the SBC chat stuff is outside of wrestling, and I fully understand if that's not what y'all want to hear. Okay, fully understand that, because sometimes y'all just want to hear about the wrestling and go about your business. Fair enough, bitch. Fair enough. So I got y'all back on that. So if you want to leave now, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and go on a little bit of a break. We're going to go on a little break, and I shall return, and we'll do SBC chat, and then I'm going to get out y'all her. Okay? Okay.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desire.
All right, children. Here we go. Face is real big in this picture. Okay. Sir. Hey, Tay, how are you? How you doing? All right, so we are looking at the SBC chat over on Twitter. We're looking at the December 18th post. This was posted Tuesday. All right. No, wait. Was this Wednesday? I want to say it was Tuesday. No, they posted it on Wednesday. My bad. So it was Wednesday's post. Okay. So question number 1 says, I show up for everybody's events, always gifts in hand. My wedding is in February. I charge friends and family a $250 cover charge per person to attend our ceremony, plus proof of a purchased item from our gift registry. Bitch. Starting off strong and still. No one paid. No one RSVP'd. I was livid. I told my fiance, let's postpone the wedding until our family come up with the money. He agreed to postpone it forever and has ghosted me. What did I do wrong? How do I get him back? Since people are so excited about us getting married, I thought they wouldn't mind paying for our show, right? Girl, no. Absolutely not. Okay, so boom. A wedding is not mandatory. A wedding is a celebration of your union, which means it is something that you and your family should come together to pay for. You invite family members and guests to celebrate with you, but you don't invite them to pay for the dinner and all of that other kind of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I do see it as improper that people will show up to your wedding. They don't fuck with you, but they'll come to your wedding, eat your food, and you spending $150 per plate for these motherfuckers to come to your wedding and eat your food and do nothing. That's why you need to be very selective about who you invite to your wedding. And for you to preface this by saying, "Oh, well, I do all of this for these people on birthdays and holidays," a wedding is a luxury item. It's not a necessity that you have to have. It's a luxury. It's a luxury party to celebrate your union to your spouse. At the end of the day, it is up to you to make sure you can afford what you want to do. On the guest is tacky. It's tacky and it's disrespectful. You charge them $250 cover charge and a proof of purchase of the gift registry. Most people will buy you a gift, and if you put like a box, like you can put like a little they call them what they call them for the wedding, them big donation boxes, the gift boxes you can give. If you didn't buy a gift, you can do a cash gift box. It's supposed to be on the gift registry, the gift table at the wedding, and you should be able to slip cards in there with money or whatever. That's how you're supposed to do it. It's supposed to be very subtle. It's not supposed to be something that's just like, yeah, you need to buy me a gift. Like, people buy you a gift because they want to, not because you demand it. And then for your fiance to just leave you, like, something about that don't sound right. Like, I'm not about to leave you just because you want people to pay for y'all wedding. Like, I would just tell you to calm the fuck down. Like, this nigga just left you and ghosted you. Like, something about that don't smell right. Something about that don't sound right, fam. It don't sound right. The pay and the proof of purchase, that's when where you went wrong. I don't know what I'm hearing right now, girl. Smackdown 1 out of 10. Okay. Glad you didn't like it. I don't know what to tell you. At this point, babes, you done lost your man and everything. I think you should reevaluate like who you were marrying, because he just walked away from you and you ain't got no explanation about that. But you so focused on this wedding, you done ended up losing your man in the process. Maybe you should be doing some self-reflection and figuring out why your man walked out on you, because no man just leaves you because you asking people for money. Like, something about this don't sound right. Question number 2. I made a mistake. I clean Airbnbs and I had a house on my monthly cleaning schedule that was never occupied. An investment property. Lately, I enter the house, dust a little, sleep until my next assignment. I tried to impress a woman I met at the club, brought her to the property. We were in bed when the police entered, guns drawn. We were arrested for breaking and entering. I was fired. More important than that, my girlfriend, who just had our baby last month, found out. I told her I robbed the house to buy diapers. The police report stated I was nude, engaging in sexual activity with a female suspect, and that we tripped the after-hours silent alarm in the master bedroom. My baby mama put me out. I want to complete my unfinished business with old girl, and I want my family back. How do I achieve both? So let me get this right. You lost your job. You lost your job, homeboy. lost your job, lost your house. Your girl don't want to fuck with you because she know what you was out there doing. And your only response is, I want to smash Shorty and I want my family back. All I'm gonna tell you is you reap what you sow. You clearly have not learned your lesson, so I have nothing else to say. Cause what can I say to you to make you change? Nothing. You're not gonna change, bro. It's an either or, my philander in Christ. My God. Question number 3. We rolling through these. So-called men play too much. I thought I found a good one. I told him he can't meet my kids until I'm sure he's serious about me. We've been linking up at his friends' houses and motels for a year. Girl, that's a red flag. Why are you sleeping at his friends' houses and motels and having sex with him for a year? That don't sound weird. You sleepy? That don't sound weird. Like, you dead ass is his Simon. Like, fuck wrong with y'all hoes? Like, what is happening here? He talks sweet, but he doesn't ask me about my home life or my kids. Girl, red flag number 2. What is happening? Like, is she not understanding that he don't want her like that? It's been a year. He won't commit to calling me his woman. When I forced my 6 kids to meet him, for example, when he came through to pick me up, he drove off. Have a babysitter instead of chilling with me and the kids, he stands me up. I know he loves me, but he says he's keeping his options open. Should I get a baby from him to make him a part of my family? He's a decent man, and I know he make a good father. He just won't interact with my kids. Girl, what the fuck? This is why you got 6 motherfucking kids. The first thing you said in here was, I don't want him to meet my kids until I know he's serious about me. Okay, cool. That's a good sentiment to have. Smart. You don't want to fuck up your shit or get your kids involved in something where you could end up hurting them or yourself. Love that for you. Cool. So now that we have this part established, tell me how we go from that to you sleeping with him for a year. For a year. In hotels at his homeboys' houses, never at his house. You have never been with him, met his family, never been to a barbecue, cookout, nothing. You ain't never did none of that shit. Like, what's going on? What is happening? Oh. Now you talking about some, you tried to force your kids to meet him and he drove off. Girl, he done gave you the signs he don't want you like that. It's okay. It's okay for you not to be with him. Just leave his ass alone, girl. Fuck wrong with y'all hoes? Y'all out here getting pregnant by niggas on purpose, thinking they gonna stay with your stupid ass. I ain't never seen such stupidity in my life. Never. The flags are there, girl. They are blatant. Okay. Question number 4. My husband met my whore cousin first. But after a few years of running back and forth between us, he came to his senses and married me last summer. There's a popular YouTube channel that publishes police body cam footage of arrests. Why do I see my whore cousin getting arrested for shoplifting at Target? I'm laughing my ass off when she begs the police to let them call her boyfriend before they take her to jail. Why I see my husband race to Target to get her purse, and he told the cops that she was his girlfriend. He asked about her bail. She gets emotional when the female police officer pats her down and she screams, "I'm pregnant, take these cups off me." I see my husband gentle and concerned calling her baby. The video from July is from July. In July, he took $500 out of our joint account. Her bail money. They don't know I know. What to do now? P.S. I took screenshots from the videos just in case it's deleted. I've also found her arrest report. I can't look like the situation. I'm the wife. First of all, you was a loser by sleeping with the same nigga that your cousin was fucking. Both of y'all are losers. So it really don't matter at this point. You were a loser in the beginning, you a loser now. All you care about is one up in your cousin. Why the fuck would you marry this nigga knowing he was fucking your cousin? Huh? Then you see this nigga being loving and gentle to this girl and she is pregnant. Do you know that cousin is going to be your baby? That baby is going to be your cousin and your stepchild. And if y'all got kids, that's their cousin and their sibling. And you more concerned about looking like the loser? Girl, it's already happened. Too late, bitch. What's going on around here? Yeah, she was always the loser. Period. Like, what is happening? If you kept trying after kid number 3, the flag is you. Question number 5. We got one more question. My future sister-in-law has a salon, a large following on TikTok and IG, and she has been doing hair well for the past 8 years. She offered to do my hair for our engagement party as a gift. I sent her the link to the wig I liked. It was only $375. She responded, "That's cool. I love it." Day of my appointment, also day of my party, she asked me, "Where's your wig?" Me, "Excuse me? I thought you bought my wig. I sent the link." Her, "I said I'd style you. My service is the gift. I'd never buy one of my brother's hoes a $400 wig." Hold up. What do you mean one of your brother's hoes? She apologized, calmed me down, offered a cute sample wig she had, and styled me. I looked beautiful. At the party, my future sister-in-law arrived with my fiance's baby mama. We fought. I don't think I won. He left with his baby mama. I get home and my wig's lace front has peeled back like a sticker. I thought it was from the fight, but when I looked at people's photos with my hair, my hair was like that all evening. She did me dirty on purpose. My fiance says our situation is complicated because he can't walk away from his child. He had trouble leaving her for me in the first place. What do I do? Am I still engaged? What the fuck? Girl, first of all, the moment a bitch called me a hoe, I'm not finna sit down in your chair and let you put nothing on my head. You crazy in your damn head. I would have went and did my own hair. Like, how did you let this girl fuck you up like that? And how did you not know your hair was lifting? How did you not know that? Where was all your homegirls at? Your friends? Nobody was gonna tell you that your wig was lifting, bitch? For real? Where was all the people that was on your side at this party? Where was they at? And then your fiance leaves with his baby mama after you get into a fight. He showed up. The sister-in-law showed up with the baby mama. So, girl, they set you up from the beginning. You low-key deserved it because you the one who was sleeping with him while he was with his baby mama. See, this is messy. That's messy and dirty. Messy and dirty. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't like it. Stank. Question number 6. In 2022, our Phoenix, Arizona rent increase was so nasty that it forced us out of our apartment. We used to pay $1,650 per month. $1,650 for rent? Bitch, that is a mortgage. With the new owner, the rent was $2,065. Jared, 2 racks? You okay?
I'm tired.
$2 is crazy. Mind you, we wanted to buy a starter home. We had savings, but not enough for a down payment. My grandfather gave us his old Ford van, and we converted it into a camper. We embraced van life, built a tiny following on YouTube, and we were doing well. We were thriving. Then I wanted to go to my high school reunion in St. Louis, Missouri, in our van. My wife begged me to rent a car and stay in a hotel. But no, I wanted to show my classmates our beautiful van conversion, and I wanted that reunion footage for YouTube. I would have been the envy of the event for living off the grid. However, as we entered the venue and checked our coats, our van, our home was stolen. My wife and I stayed overnight with one of my old high school friends. The next day, she refused to return to Phoenix with me. It's been 4 months and she's still in his house. She says she missed the amenities of a home, but I think they're having an affair. She told me not to come back to St. Louis until I have a house. He won't return my calls or talk to me like a man. My wife is an aging sex worker, so I don't know what he sees in her. My friend isn't in our swinging community, so I don't know what she sees in him either. He's just black. Help. Okay. There's a lot to unpack there, babe. Okay. So basically, y'all was living like vagabonds. Y'all had a YouTube following, and you thought that was gonna get you some type of street cred at your reunion. Now your wife told you straight up and was like, "Hey, let's not do this. We got enough money. Let's get a hotel. Let's rent a car. Let's show up with some class and decorum." He was like, "No, like I'm proud of my little shit that we got going on. I'm proud of this. Let's do this. Get there. The people steal your shit." Then you stay with your own and your old classmates, and your wife start fucking your classmate, and she tells you, "I don't want to go back to living in no van. I like living in a house." And don't come back to St. Louis until you get a motherfucking house, bitch. Don't come back until you get a house. Girl. He was like, "I don't know what she sees in him. He just black, and I don't know what he see in her. She's just an aging sex worker. I can give you a few reasons or a few things that they see in each other. More specifically, I can tell you what they doing with each other. I can give you a hint." Bruh, at this point, your wife is gone. Your wife cheating on you with, obviously, he don't call, he don't talk to you. He's sleeping with your wife. She's providing a service, and he's accepting said service. And that's it. That's all. These stories on the SBC chat be wild. But for those of y'all who stuck around for it, thank you so much. I love you so much. Listen, the new year is coming, and next week, I might do it the week before January 6th. We're going to do the best of 2024. And we're going to talk about all our favorite matches from this year on Wednesday. We're going to talk about the best PLEs. And then in 2025, we're going to do a full-on award show, bitch, where we do all of our favorite matches. And I'm going to do a poll to see which one of them wills out. We're going to have a whole thing going next year. It's going to be a fun time, okay? So just be on the lookout for that and start writing down your favorite matches and shows and promos. Best promos from this year, best matches from this year, best PLEs from this year, best superstar this year, best female superstar, best male superstar, most improved, comeback, best comeback of the year. Like, we got all of those different categories. And don't forget to go over to WWE.com and go vote for the NXT awards. The polls are up. You can go and vote. Go vote, because it's some pretty interesting stuff over there. Okay. Again, don't forget to bring up the best of for 2024. That is happening in 2 weeks, and that is on December. We're gonna do it on January. I'm gonna have to do it next week. So we're gonna do it next week. On December 20. Well, the 25th is Christmas. I'm gonna have to push the Wednesday live back then. We can do it January 1st. Y'all ain't doing shit. So actually, we're gonna do it January 1st. We're gonna do best of 2024. And since it's January 1st, it's gonna be the new year. We're gonna be talking about what happened last year. That's gonna be so much fun. Anyways, so I hope y'all enjoy that. I will see you guys next week. I will be doing pre-recorded recaps of SmackDown and Raw next week, because that next week is Christmas. and we just got shit we got to do. Okay. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming over here. I apologize for this week, but I got y'all for the next week's coming out. And my members, all my precious members, we are getting ready to start book club in January. Let me tell y'all the date of the very first book club episode. January 18th, which is a Saturday, is when I will be putting up the very first 5-chapter review of Becky Lynch's book. Okay, so those of you who don't have it, now's the time to go get the book and read the first 5 chapters. And we will go over those first 5 chapters, and I'll do it podcast out over here. And it's going to be a members only exclusive. So y'all want to come in, listen to me talk about the book and what Becky is talking about, how I feel about that. We're going to talk about all that good stuff. Okay, we're going to be doing 5 chapters in every episode, unless I read more than 5. So January 18th is book club, the premiere of book club for the members. If you want to get in on that, you got to sign up for the membership. The membership is here, right here. It should say join right below this video. Join the membership. 99 cents. That's the lowest we can get. You get merch discounts and all kinds of stuff. And the new content is going to be slowly but surely next year. All right. I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me, baby? But look at where I ended up. I'm open already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you